What's good, everybody? It is your boy off like Clutch Game 24/7, and we are here showing you guys something different today. It's still going to be tips here of Madden, but it's going to be tips on how to catch passes against zone knockouts in Madden 24. If you guys like tips like this or want to learn anything else in the game, let me know what you guys want to see, and I'll try to help out as best as I can. But we're going to get straight into it. I am using the Chiefs for this, going into my trips tight end that I always use. Can definitely show you guys how to sit here and go up against certain defenses. And then this one is going to be zone. And what you can see if we go here to, I guess we can go to Don Normal or do we do 3-3 Club? I think we should do this. And here on the defensive side, we're going to move Tre'Davious White out from where he is down here. Because if you guys know that the Bills is like one of a few teams that has two deep out zone KOs. So we're basically going to go into let's say like a cover two, right? So we're going to a cover two. You see him on the top left. Oh, wait a minute. No. It's actually. Oh, yeah, it's Poyer in white. It's not Hyde in white. My fault. So I'm going to go ahead and change that real quick. Um, but yeah, I'm basically going to show you guys how to sit here and throw against these two. What you call it? Throw against these two zones right here. So once again, we'll probably. No, let's actually go here because y'all was getting on me in the comments. So I'm gonna go and show you guys what I mean. Like the match, I don't know why it's a thing in in practice mode, but this is automatically turned on. So just to show y'all that it's off, so y'all can hop off my dick, it's off. So we're gonna go ahead and hop into cover two hard flat, and then we're gonna move it back a bit. Because what we're gonna do is we're gonna throw the corner, we're gonna throw the crosser, and I'm gonna show you guys what you gotta do when it comes to why is everybody acting so slow. So just right there, you guys seen a deep out KO light up, and you guys seen that it was going to be a knockout if he threw that kind of perfectly, right? So soon as he goes out and hits that pass, what you got to do is where that ball is supposed to be at is literally right here. Let me see if I can pull it up. Yeah, so basically right here is where the ball should be at. Well, actually, probably like right there. Yeah. So probably like right here, kind of where I was at. So if you kind of do this one normally, he will meet you right where the ball is, and there will be a knockout. What you have to do as the receiver is to basically cut that off, and now you basically caught that like a pretty good, yeah, pretty good 3 to 4 yards of where that ball should be. And as you sit down onto the floor to catch that pass, that knockout would not be there to knock that ball out. If he just would have caught that normally, he would have been him. He would have grabbed on, and it would have been a knockout. So you have to cut that off and make sure that you catch it. Um, Make sure you catch it away from him. We're going to do the same thing over here with Travis Kelce if he gets over there. If we actually get time, but I don't know why this team is acting mad slow right now. Let's go ahead and try this one more time. Boom, step back a little bit. And the what you call it, the deep zone was kind of farther down because of the streak bringing down there. So I will bring it over back to the other side. But yeah, if you go ahead and I would just throw it normally like before. If I throw it just like this, it's either going to get picked or it's going to be literally he'll meet him where he is and he's not going to get that pass off, right? So if you sit here, throw that pass like this, and try and catch it, you guys will see it will be a knockout. What you have to do if you see it is open and you want to literally throw that ball the right way that it's supposed to, let's go ahead and put it right here once again. If you cut that off, like I kind of did a little bit, but if you cut that off and make sure that his route isn't going the way that it is, so kind of how it's going strictly in this direction, cut it to where he's going inside of that direction so he doesn't get engaged with that deep out zone KO or deep out or mid zone, anything of that nature, just so you won't get hit into those knockouts. So once again, we're going to go ahead and go towards that direction once again. And what you do is kind of lead the pass down and then come down just so you can try and avoid the knockout. Now, sometimes it's going to get a wild, outrageous knockout animation to where you cannot throw that ball. So boom, throw it underneath, and then you can try and catch that right there. What I did right there is when I throw the ball, I want to sit here and hold on down on this stick and freeform it down. So if you throw a bullet pass and freeform that down, it'll be a lot better than how that last pass happened. So normally how that pass will literally, you'll try and freeform that towards the sideline. I kind of freeformed that down, so now the only person that can go and get that ball is you. The only thing that was wrong with it is Marquez drop all them balls Scantlin. He just sat here and dropped the ball. That actually is a better animation that you will get rather than you throwing the ball normally. Because if you throw this ball normally, then technically he's gonna go right to where he is. You see where that ball is, you see where it's going, and you see that it's already closer to where the safety is than where I am. You don't want the ball to be literally right there. Oh, there it is. You do not want to throw that ball right where the safety is going, because like I said, you run right towards him, it's going to be a knockout every single time, and then you're upset. Right here, if you kind of switch on and cut that underneath, you can go ahead and knock that out. Now, the only reason why cutting the route short would be, it wouldn't be that much of a, that much of a counter to not being hit with that knockout, is if the person on defense uses the safety to not just go for the ball to where it's going to go, but go to where the receiver is going. Or if you put on play receiver, right? If you go on play receiver, he's basically going to meet wherever the receiver is and knock that ball out. If you leave it alone and you kind of like cut it off so not only he won't get the ball, but you can get it, it's going to benefit you a lot more. So I go ahead and play that down. As you guys could possibly see that my retinal, not retinal, I forgot the term for it, but where I'm placing that ball when I'm sitting here doing the freeform is down. As you can see right there, as I'm placing that down, it's either I get the ball or nobody's getting the ball. So we're going to do that one last time. I'm going to roll out just a little bit, and I'm going to freeform that down. Possession catch, and that is caught. And you can do that on both sides of the ball. I'm going to try and do it over here with, as you guys can see, you do that right there, he's going to sit here and kick that ball. So once again, instead of throwing it to where he should go, you throw it to where only he can get that ball. So boom, throw it right there, and then now the knockout, even though he lit up, there's no way for him to get that ball because it's only going to go where you can catch it. So if I go and just pass it towards the sideline once again, I mean, yes, he's backed off a lot farther, but the difference in those two passes was the first one, as you can see, as he runs the same route every single time. If you throw it towards the sideline, he's getting right there towards the 35-yard line. If I go ahead and, well, I got to throw that one away. If you sit here and aim it down and freeform it just a little bit, sometimes you don't have to freeform it. You can just kind of like basically hold it down. This time, you hold it down right to where it is. You guys can see that it's right there where it needs to be. Now, it did get like bumped because of whoever was on the line. See, like he had to go and do some extra stuff. But boom, cut that off, and now instead of it going to that 35, now it's at the 37, 38. Those yards is very, very crucial when it comes to you bringing that down. So once again, like if you keep throwing that ball, that ball is going towards the 32, 31 yard line. You cut that off now you're done save about a good 4 or 5, maybe 6 yards to where that safety can't get it. If I don't cut that off, that's going to be a knockout. But that's basically how you do it. Like I said, boom, throw it out like this, and you see that's going to be a knockout right there. This is going to happen majority of the time if you do not cut that off. So once again, we throwing it over to that side. Where is that ball going to? It's going towards the 33, 32 yard line. You cut that off by like 3, 4, 5 yards, that's not going to be a knockout. Once again, we're going to go ahead and set up the play to where it's only going to be the safety getting right there. We shake that underneath just like we did there, and only the tight end is going to get there, or he's not going to get the ball at all. So boom, set it up one last time. Hit that right underneath. Boom. He has a perfect animation to where that deep out zone KO cannot get there. And it's basically what you're looking for every single time when it comes to throwing a ball against deep zone knockouts. Now, yeah, that's basically the same place where it's at. So right there, he's already at the 32-yard line. You throw that down to the only spot that he can get it at. You're catching that at the 35, 36-yard line. He isn't going to get no animation to get that, especially if you possession catch that. So, yeah, that's basically all that you have to do. You see a catch over there to that side. Go ahead and throw that underneath. And possibly he'll get there. Sometimes he won't. But you have a much better chance to sit here and catch that pass if you throw it where it needs to be. See, you throw that over there just in case. You see his play rec and that ability is going to make him cut over to that side 100%. See, you guys know about that deep post and the slant. I mean, not the slant, the streak concept where the streak literally brings that it literally brings that safety all the way up just so he can go and play that, and that's wide open. As soon as that ball is thrown, you guys see that he's cutting all the way over here to sit here and catch the pass. I will go ahead and do that one more time to basically show you guys what I mean. Like, soon as you cut, you're throwing this, and that should be wide open. Sometimes that safety can come down and bite that a little bit more. And sometimes, even if you see that wide open, you might throw that up. You throw that up, the corner can come down. I mean, that safety can come down and either pick that off or knock that ball out. So once again, instead of getting shedded on, boom, hit it just like this. He's literally right there. If you don't get that right animation right there, he's going to knock that out. So the best thing to do in that situation, once again, is if you have time, throw that underneath and sit here and try to catch that ball. Sometimes if you freeform it, it's going to hit it out of bounds just like you should. Sometimes now when you do it, just hit it right underneath and it's hitting right there at his feet. It's going to be only where he can get the ball at. And that's not just when it comes to, that's not just on on crossing routes. It's going to be on other routes as well. You sit here and you throw that, just like I said, that's still technically a deep out zone KO. That's why they're so good. You will think that should be my deep in lighten up. No. Deep out is anything really outside of the hashes, right? If I literally throw that inside the hashes, the deep out zone KO isn't going to light up. See, he has mid zone and deep out, and he has deep out. If I literally have it to the point where I can literally throw it inside that cover 2, it's not going to work. But if I get time, I can sit here and catch that. But like I said, best thing for you to do is make sure that you throw that inside just like this, and you guys can see it did not light up. It's not going to light up because inside the hashes is basically a deep in KO. He's still going to make a play. But you throw it in there correctly, he's not going to light up. He did light up a little bit just so he can go over to that side, but I'm pretty sure that's the pick artist in him, right? No, that is the... Oh, that probably might have been deep out right there. But, yeah, that's basically how you can sit here and play that perfectly to the point where if he does catch on to him, he's not going to get that knockout way more times than normal. So, pretty much, if they have the zones out there, you're almost done for because that's the only way zone's going to be good this year. But, yeah, that's basically how you guys can go ahead and swerve deep out zone KOs and basically make it better for you to not get a catch. So basically, like I said, if you need to throw that pass, throw it underneath, cut it off, and get the catch unless you get cheated like that. Now, one thing I will tell y'all before I go ahead and dip up out of here is sometimes when you sit here and do that, sometimes out of not, they will dumb out. Okay? So some catches, like if you do it a little bit too early or do it a little bit too late, like that one was kind of perfect. But if you kind of do it a little bit too early, like I tried to do there, sometimes they will get so far out of the play that you can't turn back in and try and go for the catch. So you gotta make sure you do it at the right time. And basically, what you're going to have to do is just come out here in the same play like I'm doing right here inside of practice mode, and just practice throwing that. Boom, catch it underneath. Now the zone isn't going to sit here and knock that out. And knowing that he has shutdown on, which I'm pretty sure is for man. I think that's for man more than zone. But yeah, if you sit here and practice that, throw it underneath, cut it down, boom. You see how the deep out zone KO lighted up right there. Because I cut it down, it's not going to sit here and get that knockout animation. But hopefully you guys did enjoy. Like, do all that you do. As always, folks, peace out.